It's so much easier to blame them when they leave you for somebody else. It's so much easier to hate them when they ghost you or go no contact, and you don't want to admit that you had a whole lot of fearful thoughts before the ghosting and before the no contact, that you'd fucked up, or you were too needy, or you shouldn't have sent that text, or he doesn't love you as much as you love him, or he doesn't want to commit, or he doesn't want you, or he wants that other girl, and he goes block, ghost. You don't want to admit it. Then you'll go to the next guy, and then you'll be ghosted by him, and you'll wonder why. And you won't want to admit it's because you're thinking about yourself and you're thinking about you in relationships. I always get ghosted. They always leave me. Well, did your dad leave you when you were a kid? Yes, what's that got to do with it? Well, don't you have a story that the people who love you always leave? Fuck, is it that simple? Yes! So guys, I'm going to do a Loz lesson about love, because yesterday I had a video. I commented on a TikToker's video, and the reaction from the people who follow that creator was like astoundingly bad, because everyone was commenting that when this girl was dating guys and the dates weren't turning out the way she wanted, or she had to have the talk with them about commitment, it was all the guy's fault. He's a red flag. He must be a narcissist. Blah, 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 blah. Or they were telling the girl off for acting like a Looney Tune, saying, girl, get a grip. But no one said to her, listen, if you change your thinking about the whole situation, change your thinking about yourself, the whole situation will change. And when I said that, now I said it's because he's reflecting a shitty self-concept, because I used the word shitty. She got upset, people got upset. Then I did a live to explain myself. Well, Jesus Christ, I had a whole lot of Looney Tunes coming over here throwing all kinds of insults my way. Now, hopefully, halfway through them trying to insult me and write insults, they actually fucking listened to me and realized I was actually trying to help the poor girl who was ruining a situation with someone by sitting the guy down and having a talk with him and blaming him for the way he was showing up. Why haven't you committed to me after 3 weeks? And he was just going, bitch, because A, it's been 3 weeks. C, I barely know. It's been 3 weeks. B, I barely know you. C, it's nothing to do with me. I'm just reflecting you're thinking about yourself from childhood, that you don't get, the love you need. So I can't give it to you until you change your mind about that. He doesn't know that number C. He only knows A and B. 1, it's only been, 3 weeks, and 2, I barely know you. So why are you trying to lock me down? Because it's only been 3 weeks. So guys, when you start having the talk with them, you're blaming them. When you start writing on people's videos, oh yeah, he sounds like a narc, oh, red flag, get rid of him, next, you're blaming them. And you're not taking responsibility for the fact that you can't actually recreate the person. You have to recreate you. You have to create yourself differently. You have to think differently, because they're just reflecting you. So this whole video is about recreating your person and how you guys are doing it wrong, and you've got to change yourself first. And then I will post the live that I did yesterday on YouTube tomorrow, and I'll call it Why You're Not Being Committed To, or Why He's Not Committing, and then the title will be Why You're Not Being Chosen and How to Fix It. Because so many people in that comment section were so misled by so many, I guess, dating coaches and just experiences in life, where you think the way the person is turning up in relationships is to do with that person. Oh, they've just been divorced, they're not ready. Oh, they're scared. Oh, he's a narcissist. Oh, he doesn't know how to treat women. He's a player. He's a cheater. No. You manifested into your reality a person who cheats. You manifest into your reality a person who dates lots of women and is a player. You've manifested into your reality a narcissist by you being an overgiver and people pleaser and putting yourself down in people's estimation and thinking he's better than you. That's how you attract a narcissist. Now, not attract, you manifest them. Narcissists don't go out with other narcs. They don't get anything from them. What do they get from a person who's an overgiver and people pleaser and puts themselves down? A person they can treat like crap because they don't like themselves, so they can treat you like a person they don't like. And you can then, by the end of your relationship with them, not like yourself very much either. And then they feel vindicated. Oh, that person hates themselves as much as I hate myself. That's what narcs do. Right? You manifested that person. If you manifest in a person like this poor girl did, who hasn't given her commitment after 3 weeks, well, isn't she in a situation where she's now demanding it from him and then wondering why? Well, she's not wondering why she's even demanding it after 3 weeks. And she agreed with me and said, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. But she's got to question herself and think, why was I trying to lock this guy down after 3 weeks? Have I got a story he's a player? Or have I got a story he might be dating other girls? Or have I got a story he's not really serious about me? Or have I got a story that he jumped in my DMs because I'm a TikToker and he just wanted to be on TikTok? I don't know what the fucking story is, but I'll tell you how it's turning out. He pulled out a phone halfway through the date talking to another girl and giving her the same pet name he was calling her. She may have a story that there is other competition, that girls are competition, that men are players, men like other girls. There are other girls better than her. And then he's displaying that right in front of her on a date. Sorry, my smart TV just turned on. And so everyone in the comments was blaming the guy, but she picked him, didn't she? She was one who chose to have the chat, the talk, didn't she? Wasn't it her driving that conversation? Wasn't it her having the story in the first place that he wasn't committing to her that was driving the conversation? Yes. Now, I don't want to go on about this poor girl because I feel bad for her because I actually was trying to help. The whole point of this video is when you try and blame the other person for the way they're showing up, you're not taking responsibility for how they showed up and how that came from you and your beliefs about yourself. So getting back to the narcissism thing, and a lot of people will watch this. I know they will, because people who've been in narcissistic relationships hate hearing this and they don't like to hear it. But those of you who've heard it and heard it and heard it and heard it enough from me will get it. And then you'll admit it's true. That the reason why you attract in, manifest in a narcissist is exactly what I said before, because they can treat you badly because you let them. Right? They can put you down. They can love bomb you and then take it away. They can blame you and make you feel wrong. They can gaslight you. They can do all those things to you because you'll take it. Now, why will you take it? Because you don't feel good enough. That's how you end up with a person like that. They wouldn't even dare treat a person who felt good about themselves, who thought highly of themselves that way. They wouldn't fucking dare. And the reason I know that is because I have literally manifested into my reality. The majority of my relationships from the age of 16 were with narcissistic men. Now, how did I personally do that? Was I looking for the best looking guy in the room who really thought highly of himself and was like most confident? Yes. Every time? Yes. Was I also manifesting into my reality a person who would put me down because I felt not good enough? Yes. Was I falling for the person who gave me attention and then would take it away because deep down I didn't feel good enough? So every time they took it away, they were validating what I thought about myself, which is, oh yeah, I don't deserve attention. Did I manifest into my reality guys who were always hooked on somebody else, either my best friend in high school or another girl or the ex-girlfriend, because I always thought other girls are better than me, prettier than me, had better bodies than me because I had body dysmorphia? Yes. So every single time it was a person who was narcissistic and a person who actually liked another girl, either an ex-girlfriend or actually wasn't with another girl, or they never cheated on me, but they always either were hung up on another girl from before or liked another girl whilst with me or outwardly flirted with other girls in front of me. This is when I was younger, right? Now, how did I manifest that into my reality? If I was on TikTok and I was doing a video dating all those guys, a whole lot of people would comment, oh, those guys are narcs, get rid of him next. But what happened with next with me? The next one was a narc, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one was in love with his ex, and the next one like my best friend, and the next one was in love with his ex. And the next one would flirt with waitresses when we go out. Next, they're all the same. What was the common denominator there with all the guys? Me or them? Oh, me. They didn't even know each other. I was manifesting those men from my thoughts about myself that I wasn't good enough. So if I've got body dysmorphia and feel I've got something wrong with me and feel I'm not good enough and feel other girls will be chosen over me because I've got a story there's something wrong with me, thank you, Jenna. Then aren't I going to manifest in men who treat me like that? Treat me as less than, treat me that other girls are competition, treat me like a person who won't get the full-blown commitment or will be put down in some way? Yes, I did that. So when you sit around with your dumb friends and they all bitch about your specific person or your boyfriend, whatever you want to call them, anyone watching this, we say specific person, but if you want to say boyfriend or ex or whatever, then none of you sitting around the table bitching about that guy when you split up or gone no contact or he's ghosted you are understanding that that guy who ghosted you was reflecting your story that you get abandoned. That guy who went no contact with you was reflecting your story that you stuffed up and you said something wrong and now he's blocked you. They're not understanding that the guy who turned up as a narcissist is reflecting your story that you don't feel good enough and you put him on a pedestal from the start. They're not understanding it. And they're all blaming the guy. Oh, yeah, next. That guy's this and that guy's that and fuck him, fuck guys and thank you next. Thank you next. What's happened to Ariana Grande? How's her relationships going in life? Fucking hell. I wouldn't be taking any advice from her. Guys. Thank you next. Ariana needs to sit down with the fucking shrink and work out why she's got a story that she has to keep taking other people's men. Is what she needs to work out. Why she doesn't feel good enough when they actually choose her and they don't have anyone else. She has to choose someone who's already taken. Then she feels really, really good about herself. She feels really, really chosen. She feels really, 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 really like they're choosing her for her. Not for her fame, not for her music, not for her looks, not for anything. You're choosing me for me. I need to be chosen so badly. I need you to prove to me that you're going to choose me by leaving her. Hasn't almost every relationship she's ever been with a person who was already with someone else? Why is she doing that? Because she wants them to prove how chosen she is. Prove to me how chosen I am. Prove to me how much you love me by leaving her. Oh, you have? Oh, good. Now I'm bored. Bye. Next. Thank you. Next. Leave your girlfriend. I'm bored. What's the pattern there? The guys or Ariana? When you guys have a pattern in love and you're not understanding it, you'll end up like that. Now, we can see that because the rest of the world can see the pattern. Your friends probably don't see the pattern. You're probably all sitting around bitching about it. And a lot of you don't see the pattern. Now, I used to be the friend who used to see the pattern. I used to be the girl sitting at the table, not bitching about the guy and saying, yes, but darling, you sleep with them straight away because you don't feel like you're good enough and you feel like that's all you've got to offer. So it's no wonder that he used you for sex and left you for somebody else who isn't as pretty as you and didn't put out as quickly because she really respects herself and you don't. Loz, how dare you say that? He's just an asshole. You're being so mean to her. And the girl would sit there knowing what I said was right. I would be the girl who would sit there and say, this is going to end in tears. You need to do X, Y, Z. And the girl would be like, you're such a bitch, Loz. And then I'd see them at a party next time and they'd all be whispering. And I go, oh, what's going on? And they wouldn't want to tell me that what I just said at the last party happened with that guy. He did leave her for X, Y, Z. Or this did happen. Or he did just ghost her. Because I fucking saw it coming. Because I read people. I've read people my whole life. I don't know why. I think maybe because I needed to understand that maybe I read people because I thought that they were going to hurt me or something, or I didn't feel safe if I didn't know them. So I like psychoanalyzed them to understand if I could really let them in. I think that might be why. I think because I never used to let anybody in. I'm just thinking out loud. I used to psychoanalyze people so much so to feel like, can I trust this person to tell them my story about me? And will they still like me and want me if I tell them this? So if I really psychoanalyze them and get to know them and really understand them, then I can choose whether or not to be myself with this person. Maybe that's why I read people so well. From a fear that I had from childhood, do you understand? So when I read you and you get offended by what I said, deep down, if you go away, you'll admit that probably what I said was true and you just don't want to admit it. It's so much easier to blame the guy when he turns up like a narcissist. It's so much easier to blame them when they leave you for somebody else. It's so much easier to hate them when they ghost you or go no contact and you don't want to admit that you had a whole lot of fearful thoughts before the ghosting and before the no contact, that you'd fucked up or you were too needy or you shouldn't have sent that text or he doesn't love you as much as you love him or he doesn't want to commit or he doesn't want you or he wants that other girl and he goes block, ghost. You don't want to admit it. Then you'll go to the next guy and then you'll be ghosted by him and you'll wonder why. And you won't want to admit it's because you're thinking about yourself and you're thinking about you in relationships. Oh, I always get ghosted. They always leave me. Well, did your dad leave you when you were a kid? Yes, what's that got to do with it? Well, don't you have a story that the people who love you always leave? Fuck, is it that simple? Yes. You've got a story that you always mess up and you do things wrong and you feel too needy and they're going to hate it. And then when you sent too many texts or when you asked them, can you commit to me? And then they said no. Did you feel bad about yourself and think, oh, they're not going to want me now? And you felt like an idiot? Yes. I'm not saying that was the case with this person, but that can be the case. You can think, I've said too much on a phone call, or I sent too many texts, or I asked a question about where we were going and now they don't like it. And then what happens is they don't like it because you assume that. Then they reflect that story that they won't like this. When I bring this up, they won't like it. When I bring this up, they'll act badly. Or I shouldn't have sent that text, or I shouldn't have said that. And then they'll react in a bad way or block you or ghost you. And you'll go, oh, but weren't you secretly fearing before you sent the text, should I send this? Or after you sent the text, oh, probably that was a bit much. Or I shouldn't have asked that. Or I wish I'd said that in a different way. Or have you ever sent a text and then regretted it and gone to delete it? I've done that and accidentally deleted a whole year, 1 year worth of text thread. And then what do you think the outcome was? Not good. Because my fears were behind sending the text in the first place. You guys have got to be honest with what you're thinking before you act, what you're thinking whilst you're dating, and what you're thinking about yourself the whole time whilst you're with someone. Because you can't blame them. They're only your reflection. And everyone will turn up the same until you learn this lesson, just like Ariana Grande. And you'll be saying thank you next to every single fucking guy and not realizing that you have a story that you're this child star that only sees her worth from being famous, and you really desperately want someone just to love you for you, so you think the only way they're going to prove that to you is to leave the girlfriend. Got it? What's your story about you? What keeps showing up as a pattern in your relationships? Do you know what it is? If you don't know what it is, guys, go and watch all my videos on YouTube in my Manifest a Specific Person playlist, or my Why It Hasn't Manifested playlist, or my Ask Loz playlist. There's a lot of titles in there that might help you, like Why Has He Ghosted Me, or I Can Never Get Committed To, or Why Does He Want Other Girls, or How Do I Get Rid of a Third Party? You can watch them all and you'll sit there and go, oh no, that's me. I do that. I think those things. That keeps happening to me. Then you'll see a pattern and go, oh crap. Now, if you really want extra help with that, I actually have a 3-part assessment in my Worthy AF for Love course, because a lot of you don't feel worthy for love and you don't understand why the love isn't staying. You bring it in and then it doesn't stay. They ghost you, or they leave, or they won't commit. And you're not understanding the common denominator, and the pattern lies with you and your thinking about yourself that you've had since you're a child, and you're reflecting that to them. And until you discover what that is that you're actually thinking, you'll keep blaming them. Like all these girls in the chat were, and all the girls who sit around at the dinner table bitching about their ex with you will. They won't get it. And they'll be as clueless as hell. And then a girl like me will come along to the party and say, no, it's because of your story that you get abandoned in love and then he's going to leave you, blah, blah, blah. And then I get hated for saying it. Just like I got hated the other day on that girl's comments, and everyone came in my live telling me all kinds of horrible things because I didn't want to admit it might be them. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. At least Taylor Swift fucking understands that. Ariana doesn't. Right? Do you understand the problem's you or not? Are you going to go investigate it and figure it out? Go and do my assessment in Worthy AF for Love, or just do my assessment in the self-concept course, and you'll get it, and you'll go, oh my God, I have all these stories about myself. This is why this keeps happening. Holy shit, this is why I keep attracting the same kind of men, or I keep getting ghosted, or I keep getting left, or I always go no contact with people and get triggered and get in fights and then get them back and then get in fights and then get them back. If you keep losing someone and then manifesting them back and losing them, manifesting back, there's a pattern there. What are you thinking about yourself that causes that? Do you keep getting triggered by them? This girl on the video said, oh, we were getting in a few fights. I was thinking 3 weeks in and you're getting in a few fights. It takes me about 6 months to get in a fight with someone. Because I don't blame them for my problems anymore. I did when I was younger. When I was in my 20s, I had plenty of fights. I was a fucking Looney Tune. But now I go, what am I arguing with them for? It's all me. What am I thinking about this situation that's causing this? No point having an argument. The most I'll probably say sometimes to someone, if they're coming out with a whole lot of crap, I might just go, you've got a lot of stories. Or I might go, that's interesting. Or, okay. I don't say anything. What's the point? It's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me. The reason why they're coming out with a whole lot of crap about hating women, or they're not over their ex-wife, or acting like a player is because I've got a story I'm not chosen. So aren't they going to act like a player in my reality? Aren't they going to bang on about their ex-wife in my reality if I don't feel chosen? What am I blaming them for? What am I going to start a fight with them for? It's me, isn't it? I'm the problem, it's me. It's not him. Stop blaming guys for your problems. Stop blaming girls for your problems. If you're in a relationship with a girl, it's not them. They're your mirror. Do you get up in the morning and blame your mirror for looking like shit because you went out the night before and all hungover and look like crap? No, you know you had a really hard fucking night and you're drunk and you woke up hungover. You don't blame your mirror. You don't wake up in the morning and go, mirror, mirror on the wall, why aren't I looking like the fairest of them all? It will go, bitch, because you went out last night and had 10 tequilas. What do you fucking reckon? This is the result. Have a look at yourself. You look like shit. They're your reflection, guys. Everyone in your reality is. You've got to stop blaming them for your reflection. Just like you wouldn't blame your mirror when you get up hungover. Don't sit around with your dumb fucking friends bitching about some guy, or going into TikTok comments and blaming the guy for the way he's showing up. You chose him, didn't you? You stayed there, didn't you? You chose to have the chat after 3 weeks. You chose to get triggered and have fights with him every 5 seconds, didn't you? What are you blaming him for? He's just there chilling, dating you. What's making you do that? What's causing you to have the fight? Why are you having those triggers that cause the fight? What thoughts are you having that make you sit him down and give him the hard word after only 3 fucking weeks when you barely even know the guy? You probably don't even know his fucking middle name. Bitch, I barely fucking know you. You're trying to lock me down like I'm in prison. I haven't even met your parents. The fuck? Not you have to meet the parents, but you know what I mean? We haven't even slept together yet and you're trying to get me to commit. What the fuck? Have you got a story that I have to commit to you before you'll sleep with me because you're so afraid that if you sleep with me, I'll leave? Oh, yes, I do. I'm withholding sex because I'm really, really sure that most guys have left me after I've slept with them because I feel like I'm going to be used. So I'm like stringing this along and not sleeping with you yet and wanting you to commit to me first before I sleep with you, just in the hope that when we sleep together, you won't leave. But you will leave because I've got a story that all men are players and I get used because when I was a kid, I was abused or something, or some story. And so now I've got to lock you down or withhold sex for 3 weeks, then have to talk with you so that when I do lock you down, I feel safer and I feel like you won't leave when you have sex with me, even though because I've got the story that when you have sex with me, then you'll leave because I feel like I'm going to be used because I don't feel good enough. Even when I sleep with you, after you've committed to me, you will leave anyway because I've got that story. Okay, bitch. So what has me committing to you, how's that going to change that? I'm still going to leave you anyway because you've got a story that after I sleep with you, I'll leave you because you've got a story you get used. Oh, fuck yeah. So what's the point of me having this conversation with you, trying to lock you down into committing to me so I feel safer about sleeping with you when I know you're going to leave me anyway because all you're going to do is reflect my story that you're going to leave me anyway and you're going to use me. Yes. Now, you're not going to have that conversation with the guy. He's literally just going to do what you thought, which is use you and then leave you. Or he's going to commit to you and then leave you. Are you getting this, guys? They are only reflecting you. And if you do 3D shit out in 3D to change them, you haven't changed you first or the thinking that's causing you to even take those actions like having the talk, like trying to lock them down, like getting in triggered arguments with them only after 3 weeks. Why are you doing that? That's about you. Check out Loz's success stories and past coaching. Yes, guys, you can watch my past coaching video sessions with people in my squad, the Subconscious Loz squad at subconsciousloz.com in my link tree. Okay, and I do one-to-one video sessions with people. You can watch all the replays in there. Just put in advanced coaching. Now, it's a Facebook private group. You've got to go through my website first, then send your request to join, and then we bring you into the squad. There's like 1,400 people in there, and it's really, really supportive. You can ask your questions about your SP, about love, about whatever's going on with you, and the mentors in there will help you. And I also go live every Friday. Then there's my courses, Worthy AF for Love, if you want to discover what your beliefs in love are and why people keep turning up the same, or my self-concept course. You can watch any of my free content, my YouTube, my Instagram, TikTok, etc. Okay? All right, guys, you get it? I'm getting it. I love it. Okay, good. All right, guys, I'm going to scroll up and get to your questions. This is a very roundabout way of me getting to the subject of don't blame people, but I meandered and got to the end. This is a very disorganized Loz lesson. Apologies, guys. I crapped on about a whole lot of crap at the beginning. Okay. Hang on. Where are we? A poll. Whoa, what's the poll? Check out lots of success stories and past coaching. Loads of success. Yes. Manifest all the things. Already has tons of success. Dream job, dream house, dream car, the ring, gifts, anything you want in squad now. Yes, so the mini course right now in the squad is called Manifest All the Things. And already we've got so many success stories of people manifesting flowers and free tickets to concerts and all kinds of stuff. Because I got them to test themselves in the first week. And part 2 is out today. Hang on. Where are we? The next concept is kind of true. Yep. I like your no BS style of coaching. Oh, good, darling. How long until your self-concept to manifest in 3D? I don't know, darling. How do I know? Have you changed your thinking manifesting with Lola? No one can answer that. Takes as long as it takes for you to convince your subconscious mind that it's true. Have you convinced it? Hope your birthday was amazing, darling. Oh, thank you, Alexia. It was lovely. Not just sitting with your friend, but your hairdresser too. Oh, sitting with the hairdresser, bitching about your ex. Oh, sitting with anyone who will listen, bitching about your ex, don't we? Exactly. However long it takes, yes, for you to change your dominant thinking. Yes, listen to Jenna. I heard so many girls at the nail salon today talking about being ghosted. Oh, wow. It takes all your strength, doesn't it, Star Moon, not to get up and say, guys, it's you. You're the problem, it's you. Will 21 days be enough? Manifesting a Lola, you're incredibly lost. You need to go to subconsciousloz.com and do my free mini course called Everything You've Learned About Manifesting is Wrong, because I don't know why you're called Manifesting with Lola when you have no fucking idea what manifesting even is, or why you're asking about time or time limits or 21 days. I don't know who you've been learning from, but they're complete fuckwits. You need to press unfollow and unsubscribe from all of those idiots and understand that it takes as long as it takes for you to convince your subconscious mind that whatever you're trying to manifest is true. Go and get my free mini course, please. You're incredibly lost. It's been almost scary how manifesting works when you actually believe what you're affirm. Guys, when you really step into the new state of you, shit happens fast. It's been almost, yes. If anyone tells you a time limit, they're full of crap. Exactly. Hey, Loz, what self-concept issue could cause ghosting after SP asked me to hang out? Well, did you think it was too good to be true? Did you think, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. I don't want to fuck it up, etc. And then they ghost you? Have you got a story you get abandoned? That's habits, girl. Every assumption had different growing time. Exactly. She did make a song called Break Up With Your Girlfriend Because I'm Bored. I know. That's why I said break up with your girlfriend, I'm bored. Not because she's bored. She wants them to prove to her that she's the chosen one because she doesn't feel good enough inside herself. Right? Yeah. So what would you do to help fix self-concept if you keep getting ghosted? Sorry, I'm new to this. So, darling, you've just got to uncover what your story is before you get ghosted. Like, what fears do you have subconsciously? Like, if you sent a text, like I said, and you start fearing that you said too much or you shouldn't have sent it or you were too needy, then they'll ghost you. If you've got a story that they really don't want you and then they're going to use you, or they don't really want to commit and then they leave, well, you've got a story that people leave you. What's your story? What's your fear that happened just beforehand? And then when you uncover it, right the opposite. People never leave me. I never do anything wrong. I never say anything wrong. I'm not needy. They love how much I spend, time with them, how much I text them. They love getting texts from me. Mm-hmm. I own a Tesla because of you. Oh, really, darling? Congratulations. That makes sense. Okay, good. It's not even habits. It's just something someone made up and just got around, 21 days about forming a habit. Well, I don't even know where that scientific experiment is. I'd like to read it. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. When you start owning up to the fact that the problem is your self-concept, it all makes sense. It's annoying, guys, but it's true. Loz, you should pretend to be a medium. They'll listen to you more. Honestly, I swear to God, Star Moon, if I started channeling and said my name was Lozar, like Bashar, and started saying I'm channeling the fucking, what should we call the ocean god or something, I swear to God, I'd form a cult. I'd have a whole lot of people thinking I was channeling some spirit who was so wise, and then you'd listen to me. That's what Abraham did. That's what Esther Hicks did. She's not dumb. Her husband worked for Amway. He knows about cults. He knows about MLMs. He built one. It was called Esther Hicks and Abraham Hicks. That's his MLM. He's not dumb. You guys all fell for it. Fell for Esther Hicks. Abraham. Even has the same lettering as Amway. It's a trauma response to read people well, or probably, yeah. So because I was fearful that people would get to know me too quickly, or could I trust them, or could I be safe with them, I would read them. Yeah, probably. I've only just really realised that on this live while I said it out loud, because I've never really understood why I read people so well. But I've done it my whole life. It wasn't just this account. And people used to get real pissed off. They used to cry a lot around me. I used to make people burst out crying. I do exactly that. There you go. I'm very intuitive, have dreams that I don't think are going to come true, but they come true. You're not intuitive, darling. You're literally manifesting that in your dreams. Stop doing that. Stop worrying in your dreams and manifesting shit coming true. You're not intuitive, darling. There's no such thing as intuition. You're literally manifesting it. Imagine Lois saying she's a medium. The amount of believers would be 100%. Oh, guys, I swear to God. Should I change my account, go and put a turban on my head, paint myself blue or something, or put a mask over? You know what I should do, Star Moon, just to prove that that's true? I should put a mask on my face, start a new account, say I'm channeling something, change my voice to be British or something, and be a channeled spirit telling people this, and I fucking swear to God they believe me, and I'll probably have 10 times the following. And instead of talking about the vortex, I'll make up some other fucking MLM name. Oh my God, do it, Loz. I mean, really, I should. Salt lamp. I have a salt lamp behind me, a turban on my head, a mask on my face. Do it as a social experiment. I fucking should. That'd be so funny. And then I'd be like, you guys all fucking fell for it. You're in the cult of Loz, you idiots. Is your home your favourite personal manifestation? Well, actually, in part 2 of Manifest All the Things coming out today in the squad, guys, I take you on a tour of my house. Actually, it's probably a bit personal. I take you in my bedroom and everything, my walk-in wardrobe, and I show you all the things I've manifested with my mind before I knew they'd be here. I manifested them. But I'm just using them all as examples. I'll probably crap on a bit too much and go on too much. But anyway, you'll see it today in part 2. But yes, I mean, I think me going to drama school was my best personal manifestation when I was younger, when I didn't even realise I was manifesting. It's probably my best personal manifestation. And this cat that I didn't realise would even come into our lives, and she's a good manifestation too. Loz, start screaming into water like that one lady, big old titties. Oh my God, that'd be hilarious. and I'll make you all talk to water. Oh, that'd be so funny. Should I? This headache. I don't get headaches. I do so good ignoring 3D, and then suddenly it bugs me again. Come and do Fuck the 3D on my website, darling. It'll help you. It was my most revolutionary, most transformative course I've done yet. All the people in the squad really appreciated it because it made them realize why they were reacting to the 3D and what to do about it. Love your page. Oh, good. Thank you, darling. Do you have a podcast? Not yet. I just haven't had time. Look, we're trying to think of some way to give me more time to make content because I'm just not making enough content. Like a lot of my content on TikTok at the moment is just like snippets of my lives because I simply don't have time to sit down and make them. And like yesterday, the thing I made went to 50,000 views. And I'm like, I need to make more actual content straight onto TikTok. So I just need the time, guys, to do a podcast, but I promise I will. My SP went to a wedding with a third party. Well, stop focusing on her, Brie. The more you focus on her, the more she'll grow. Hang on, guys, I'm scrolling up. Which course would you recommend to do to uncover money blocks? My course called Money Magnet. It's specifically about your self-concept money blocks and why you keep not manifesting money or manifesting it and losing it, right? Money Magnet. It's in the mini courses section of my website, Subconscious Laws. And you could also do it with booming business. So if it's a business you're trying to create, you could do the Make It Rain bundle, which makes it cheaper if you bundle them together. Laws, I manifested my graduation dress, and yesterday I bought the exact dress I wanted. Oh, wonderful, darling. Love that. Hang on. Why don't you have set days to do filming, like Mondays are for admin days, Tuesdays film, etc.? Well, I'd love that, Jess, except I'm kind of fighting fires all day with WhatsApps. People going, what do I do now? What do I do now? And I'm like, fucking hell. So I really should do that, but I'm not that organised, Jess. Hang on. Would you recommend rewriting story in the moment of conflict or after once you're by yourself? In the moment of conflict? How are you going to do that? How are you going to sit down? Excuse me, while we're in the middle of this fight, could I just get out my scripting journal and write you differently? Okay. He didn't say that. He said, he's going to be standing there going, what are you fucking doing? You rewrite it in your mind, darling. Do you mean rewrite in your mind? You mean in a scripting journal right in front of him? You mean your mind? I do things in my mind. You love me so much. You didn't mean what you just said. That was just me reflected, me thinking you didn't want me. You love me so much. I can affirm right in front of people in my mind. Then they change or they'll shut up. Right? How do you avoid seeming needy? Well, stop thinking you seem needy. Somebody else's needy is just how they are. And you think it's needy and somebody else thinks they're great being like that. But you've got a story that it's needy. So where are you getting that story? Because when you were a kid, your parents thought you were annoying. They told you were difficult. Manifest All the Things has already tons of success. Yes, it does. It really does. It's in the squad right now, guys. It's only $35 a month to be in the squad. And next month's mini course, it's going to be a focus course. It goes for 2 months. It's going to be back and begging, the ultimate manifest your specific person back course. So make sure you're in it for that. Went to SP's last night and she was partially conformed, not very loving, and didn't want me to stay the night because you've got a story that she isn't loving and doesn't want you. So change that, darling. It's just the old story reflected. Don't be thrown by it. Where do we sign up? So, guys, go to subconsciouslaws.com, okay? There's the squad for $35 a month, my private coaching group. It's on Facebook. You join through subconsciouslaws.com and then you go to the request to join. Or you can just go to my free group. But there's a lot of fucking confused people in there espousing a whole lot of shit. If you go to the squad, everyone's very clued up. There's mentors in there who can answer your questions in the Q&A forum every day. I go live every Friday. I can answer your questions like this. And I also do advanced coaching in there. And you can watch all the advanced coaching replays by just searching the search bar, look for coaching. You can watch all my lives by searching live. And I also have the mini courses in there. Make Them Obsessed, the permanent mini course, and also Manifest All the Things is in there right now. So for $35, you get 2 courses, watching me coaching, getting coaching with me on Fridays and mentors, and a wonderful supportive community for $35. It's like a no-brainer. I feel so down because it's a third party. I know it shouldn't matter, but it's so discouraging. Well, Julie, do you understand that you created her and the only way to get rid of her is to stop focusing on her and change your thinking about her and you and him and the whole situation? If you watched all my videos on third parties? My man been cheating on me with the next woman. What do I do? Do I confront him? Oh, fuck me. No, darling. Oh, Jesus. When this goes on YouTube, you've already got to watch it back and stop blaming him for the way he's showing up. So when you were a kid angel, were you abused? Probably. Because you've got a massive distrust of people and they're turning up, reflecting your story that you'll get used and people will hurt you. So until you change the story that you'll get used and people will hurt you, they'll continue to cheat on you. Or you've got a real terrible story that other women are a threat to you because you feel not good enough in yourself and you'll constantly fear other women coming along, and then he'll cheat. But it's most likely a very, very strong story that you don't trust him, and then you can't trust him and then he shows up cheating. I'm not blaming you. I'm saying you have to change your story. There's no point confronting him because all he's doing is reflecting your story. I don't trust you. So what happened to you as a kid? Tell me. You probably won't. Hi, babe. What's your favourite technique? Oh, babe, am I? I only have one person that calls me that. It's not you. Darling, what's my favourite technique? There aren't any techniques. If you're learning techniques from people, manifestation techniques, you're learning wrong. There aren't any techniques, guys. The only technique is to change you. You change you, everything changes. Everything out here is your reflection. If you're learning techniques, you're probably very confused. If you guys have been watching law of attraction coaches or even law of assumption teachers who teach this wrong, and you haven't understood that your awareness of who you think you are is reflecting out, and everyone, including your specific person, is reflecting you back to you, and that's what's causing your 3D reality out here, please go and get my free mini course. It's called Everything You've Learned About Manifesting is Wrong. If you just go to the Subconscious Laws website, just go to my link tree and press freebies, and you'll see everything you've learned about manifesting is wrong. You'll watch the intro video, then you'll read the book, and then you'll go, fuck, there aren't any techniques. All I have to do is change my concept of myself, my self-concept, and everything will change. Jesus Christ, why didn't someone tell me this before? Oh, because the people you're watching before were complete fucktards. Oh. Your first ever course helped me a lot. Oh, good, darling. It's called A Kick-Ass You. It's my self-concept course, guys. So once you've done that free course, move on to the self-concept course. It will really help you. It's only $145, okay? Lol, what are we talking about? Loz, I'm getting everything I want and I'm getting it fast. Fuck, the 3D was so helpful for me too. Oh, really, Jenna? Oh, good, darling. I have to send you something. We hit a milestone today. Do you know what it is? Don't say it out loud. I have to send it to you. Loz, my dad died when I was 17. Would that lead to a fear of abandonment? Absolutely, Rebecca. It doesn't matter how old you are. If a parent dies, the person you love the most, it's going to put the seed in your mind that maybe your person that you're with now is unsafe, or they might get sick, or they might leave, unfortunately. How do we drop the old story? I affirm the new story, but it doesn't feel good and it's been weeks. Well, if it doesn't feel good, Julie, then the new story is something you're not used to, like being loved or wanted. If that feels really anathema to you and you can't understand, your brain can't understand this nice new story, being loved and wanted, well, fuck, you've really got to work on your self-concept. You're focusing on them. He's not with her. The third party's left. I'm with him. We're together. He loves me. And your brain's going, yeah, but babe, we're not going to believe that because you got left as a kid by your dad and you've got a story that everyone you love will leave. So all this shit, this new story you're saying doesn't feel right to us because your real story in here is everyone will leave me because I'm not good enough. Oh, fuck, do I have to change that first? Yes, because all this new story you're doing is going to feel very weird to us because we don't believe that new story. Sounds like bullshit. You've got to change you, darling. You're focusing on the story of you and him or you and the third party or some fucking bullshit. You're not focusing on anything I teach you. Guys, if you're really fucking lost and you're saying things to me like, the new story feels weird. Well, yeah, it feels weird because you haven't changed you. Please go and watch all my free content on my YouTube. Please go and do my free mini course. Just do all the free shit first. Go to my Instagram and see all the lessons every day. Get my free course and then you'll get on my Loz lesson. Okay, and you'll get a free lesson in your inbox every Wednesday. Read it and be like, am I doing this? Oh, fuck, I am. And then if you really want help, get my self-concept course or Worthy AF for Love or Fuck the 3D or whatever course you think will help you. Just go through the pages on my courses section and go, which is going to help me most? Do I get triggered by the 3D and react to the 3D all the time? I need this one. Or do I not even know what self-concept is? I need this one. Or do I not know what my story is in love? I really need Worthy AF for Love. And then come and join the squad if you really want daily help. It's only $35. I fell asleep to the love tape by Loz and had nightmares about my parents' arguments. Oh, no, darling. So maybe you've got a story that love doesn't work out and people argue and love doesn't look right. And then your brain will fight you during the night when you've got this lovely story of I am loved and wanted. It'll think, no, this is what love really looks like and give you a whole lot of fucking nightmares to prove to you that that isn't true. It'll do anything to fight the new story sinking into your mind, darling. Trust me. Hang on. So you don't need to visualize at all. You visualize naturally, darling, without realizing it. And in my new course, Manifest All the Things, I really teach you how to visualize properly. You're already visualizing anyway. You don't have to consciously visualize if you don't want to. What's this, Shah? To set a boundary? Oh, no. Loz, I removed awareness from third party for a while and turns out she's still there, decided to go no contact to set a boundary. Oh, dear. You really haven't watched a lot of my content, have you, darling? You're setting boundaries all over the place like it's the third party's fault or the SP's fault. You can set a boundary with him all you like and be like, I don't want to see her. I don't want to look at your Instagram. I'm blocking you and everything so I don't see. And I'm going no contact because you've affected me, and you're not understanding that she turned up because you've got a story. You're not good enough. You're not pretty enough. He doesn't want you. He doesn't want to commit. He wants other girls. You get left, whatever the fucking story is, and you're blaming him and going no contact like a fucking Looney Tune, and he's going to think, why isn't she talking to me? Did you get friend zoned by him and you got a story you're not good enough and he doesn't even understand why you've gone no contact and just thinks you're a nut now? You're setting boundaries all over the place and blaming them like it's their fault and not understanding it's you? Yes. Watch all my content, please. What self-concept affects my son's success in school? Does he feel not good enough? Does he feel like he's not smart enough? Does he not go well academically and he's better at sport or something, so he's got a story that he's not good in certain subjects, so he doesn't feel like he will succeed because he's got a story he's better at sport or something? Or does he get bullied? Is he too scared to speak up? What's going on there, darling? Do you actually know what's happening with him at school? Sometimes parents don't. So what's the home situation as well? Like, did his dad leave and then he's got a story he's not enough, and what's the point? Like, what's happened to him in life? Tell me and I'll be able to help you. Self-concept has improved. How to get rid of an SP without hurting them. Oh, you want to break up with them. Look, guys, just imagine that you break up amicably. They're not upset. They find someone new. You send them love and light. He's struggling and doesn't like to open up. His dad and I are separated. Okay. So sometimes, you know, when parents split up and stuff, they feel like they can't really, they've got one parent they can't talk to, or a parent, only one parent, you know, they can confide in, the other one they can't, or they feel not good enough in themselves because they feel like, why did this happen? So a lot of kids take on divorce or separation very personally, even though it's not their fault. They'll think it's their fault. Like, they think, why didn't you stick around? Like, what have I done? Have you ever sat him down and said, this had nothing to do with you. Your dad and I splitting up was only about us, and you've done nothing wrong, and your dad loves you and I love you and we both love you equally, and you can talk to either of us about anything? Maybe do that. And then see him talking to you, see him confiding in you, see him confiding in his dad, see you two not fighting or getting along amicably and everything being harmonious with all of you, and him being very open. Yeah, many times. Okay, well, if you've told that story, then you must have a story that he still is upset, or he still is struggling, or he doesn't open up. So change that story. He's very open now. He's very vulnerable. He does so well at school. He feels so safe with us. He can tell us anything. So just think of him differently, darling, instead of talking to him about it. I'm in the Facebook group, but just want to know how to change my self-concept other than affirming. There's a lot of things you can do other than affirming, darling. It's simply thinking. Affirming is just new thoughts you're putting in your mind, the opposite of the shit you're thinking now. Okay? But what do you mean other than affirming? You're thinking of this as like techniques. These aren't techniques I'm teaching you. You're totally changing your state of being with new thinking, new images of yourself, not reacting to your 3D, a whole lot of things. Are you watching my videos, like using my sleep tapes, using my guided meditations? Are you doing that? Are you scripting your new reality? Are you stepping into the new reality every day? Are you being non-reactionary every time something comes up? Are you thinking new thoughts? Are you choosing not to react? Are you visualizing and living in the end as you fall asleep and as you wake up? Are you doing any of those things? And night affirmations are very helpful for self-concept work. Yes, they can be, guys, because they're sinking into your mind while your monkey mind's turned off. I have a whole lot of sleep tapes on my YouTube, guys. 8-hour sleep tapes playlist. They're my most popular things on YouTube. I need to make more. How can I change my self-concept of being used around money, job, love? Well, what happened to you as a kid, darling? Were you abused, or were you treated badly and made to be like the slave in the home or something? Probably more likely abuse. And so you've got a story that you're not good enough, so you have to do something to prove someone's love, or people are going to use you, or you have to do something in order for them to love you. So think the opposite of that. Is there something wrong with manifesting someone that's been in a relationship for 4 years? Only if you think there is, darling. And if you think there is, there will be something wrong with it, because that's your belief. Of course there isn't. Go to the end and hurt no one, but that's your story. Affirming call from friend for part 1 of new course, visualizing since it came out, but no success yet. What are you doing imagining it's not happened? Did I say it was going to happen in a week? What part of that course did you hear me say? When you start visualizing this little test, it'll happen within a week. What, you didn't listen to me, did you, Julie? It could happen in a year. What are you talking about? What are you doing imagining it hasn't happened is what Neville would say to you. Could happen next week. Might happen in 5 fucking years. It's just a little test, darling. Stop freaking out. We manifest all day, every day. Yes, darling. All right, guys, I'm going to go because I've got to get rid of this headache. I don't get headaches. So, guys, if you want to follow me on TikTok or come over to subscribe on YouTube. This is my latest video. Tomorrow I will post the video that was the response to the girl on TikTok yesterday that got so many views. I will put that there. It will be called Why You're Not Being Chosen and How to Fix It. Okay, and the thumbnail will say something like, why you're not being committed to. Fuck the 3D is out now. Our most transformational course. Yes, guys. So you can get Fuck the 3D. That's on my website. You can also get my self-concept course or my self-concept in love course. That's worthy as fuck for love. If you come and do my mini course, my free mini course, you'll get on my free newsletter that drops every Wednesday. This week will be about recreating a person and how you can't and how to do it instead. It goes hand in hand with this video. And then also there's another video coming out that goes in even deeper about it on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube, guys. There's a lot coming out this week that really will help you. And you can also come to my free Facebook group called Subconscious Laws or the squad that's only $35 a month. And you can come and do the mini courses that are dropping there. And part 2 of Manifest All the Things will drop today. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.